Mr. Speaker, sir, Kenya's total public and publicly guaranteed debt has surged to Kenya shillings 11.02 trillion as of January 2025, accounting for 65.7% of the gross domestic product, GDP. This level of indebtedness exceeds the 55% GDP threshold recommended under the Public Financial Management, PFM framework. The rapid accumulation of debt is compounded by ballooning debt servicing costs, persistent fiscal deficit, and reliance on external borrowing on external borrowing. Of particular concern is the bilateral debt. Bilateral debt stands at 1.09 trillion, which China holds 60.6% of this amount. The country now faces the risk of being trapped in a debt cycle that threatens national sovereignty, economic growth, and service delivery. In the statement, therefore, the committee should address the following. Number one, the measures being taken by government to ensure that Kenya's public debt remains within sustainable levels for safeguarding national development priorities. Number two, the strategies in place to balance borrowing and revenue collection, particularly in light of Kenya's continued dependence on external financing for key infrastructure projects. Number three, the status of physical consolidation measures aimed at reducing wasteful government expenditure and enhancing domestic revenue mobilization. Four, the government's plan to manage debt servicing obligations, including the steps being taken to renegotiate payment terms with major creditors such as China and multilateral lenders. Number five, the impact of rising public debt on critical government services, including education, healthcare, and infrastructure, and whether there are plans to mitigate the economic burden of debt repayment on citizens. Number six, and finally, the accountability mechanisms in place to curb reckless borrowing and ensure that all borrowed funds are utilized transparently, efficiently, and in line with national development priorities. Senator John Muhia Methu, MP, Senator for Nyandarua.